This lesson is going to be about how to effectively engage your audience. We're going to be using PowerPoint as the main tool, the main technological tool to run this. And we're going to be talking through some of the concepts and principles around effectively engaging your audience. So I'll be teaching a class whose objective would be to talk about how to engage listeners while conducting presentations and other public speaking assignments. The model I'm going to use here is a mixed model. So for this class, it'll basically be to make sure that we have both interactive skills developed as well as having the lesson taught from the instructor. The first thing I would do is teach on the speech type, what types of speeches there are. There's one, the motivational speech, which is very simple. It's not as deep on information as it is on motivational words, things to just jumpstart people and get them going. And the second type of speech is an informative speech, which is basically just giving you valuable information. It gives you statistics and numbers and facts about different things and situations. Third type of speech is a persuasive speech. The persuasive speech is intended to change your mind, not necessarily to push in one direction or the other, but to change your mind on something, on a subject or a topic. The next step would be to ask the students to use these technological tools. So I'll talk about Prezi, which on the website says is designed for people who are not designers. Prezi would be their method that they would use to create this presentation. Prezi is very interactive because it has very good graphics that engage a listener at a very high level. Then I'd also encourage them to use pauleverywhere.com, which allows them to create audience interaction. It's been found that audiences are more engaged when they are interactive. So simply asking them a question and then answering that question through our web-based system makes it much more effective and easier to work through. After they discover what the technology is and work through that and learn how to use them, I'll create a discussion around finding examples of each type of speech. So the first type of speech, of course, is motivational speeches. And here I would also use technology in terms of having them go to Google and search for each type of speech. So in their search for motivational speeches, they'll be looking for a speaker that's really good. If you look on top left here, we have some of the best speakers: Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, Gary Vaynerchuk, Denzel Washington, Will Smith. They're all very good speakers in terms of the motivational world. When it comes to informative speeches, you won't find high-end speakers doing this type of speeches because they're mostly left to teachers, professors, and people in the educational field. But once in a while, you'll find somebody on that end doing it as well. Persuasive speeches. They tend to be very common in debate-type environments. They're also very commonly used by politicians because their art is the art of persuasion. So those will be the things that I will be covering. And as far as what the template requires here, I would be going over some of the basics of instruction and talking through what they need to know in terms of being able to do their homework. So I would have the students pretty much go through this and pick a speech and do a 5 minute speech on whatever the chosen subject is.